All right, guys, welcome back to some F1 Lotus My Team career mode. We are back a little bit earlier than normal. Honestly, yesterday that Saudi race was weighing a little bit heavily on me. Just a crucial mistake that ended up having Sean go out, and I had some personal free time, so I thought, why not jump on and keep things going, get things cracking. So let's see where we left off. Obviously, that DNF pretty horrific for our team. A concerning weekend, obviously. Yep, the DNF was unfortunate, and honestly, it was my fault. I tried to push it too far with the damage, and on the track where, like I said, the whole video, I'm not the strongest at. I ended up being caught lacking. But hopefully, next race is Imola, so hopefully we can get some good results and stronger positions there. Okay, so let's see where we left off. I know that obviously we were trying to get some research and everything done. Let's check it out. We have a lot of resource points, still waiting on those to come through. We are now at the max of our chassis department, so we need to kind of upgrade that and to be able to research more. And as well with our powertrain, that is not ideal. And then we've also got some ICE improvement materials on the way. So at the moment, our facilities are kind of holding us back a little bit. We'll need to see what upgrades we can do with that. Okay, so those are paused, waiting for us to progress time. And then we then did end up getting those on, so let's make sure we keep those going. These will be pretty crucial as well for Imola, just helping us, have that extra pace that we very clearly were lacking in Jeddah that last time out. Okay, everything seems good there. Upgrades, pretty much identical cars that they both have. Progression history, we are slowly closing down the gap, but still quite a ways to go. And then component management, got a couple worn, kind of bouncing it around with Hugo a little bit, so we'll have to try and keep track of that. Okay, we have one day for that chassis breakthrough to come through, so we should have more chassis upgrades coming. We then have this where it allows the 2 facility improvements at the same time in your engineering. That is going to be massive for us to have. This will hopefully speed up our process, so we need to make sure that once that day's passed, we are on it and get those going immediately. And then we've got that outreach coming through shortly. We were also able to off-stream throw on that new sponsorship onto the vehicle, so that's just good extra money to come. Apparently, Hugo wants to start talking about his next future race season with us, so we'll have to see, as well as for sure getting pretty close as well. Hamilton and Yuki, though, obviously not still impressed with our performances, which makes sense specifically for the 7-time world champion. Okay, so that looks all good. Workforce seems to be currently hiring. Definitely need more engineers for sure. Hopefully, we can start impressing and bringing more engineers into the team to just help progress us along. And then, as you can see here on the vehicle, we were able to get that sponsorship just on the mirrors, nothing too crazy, but coming together quite nicely. And as we progress, we'll be able to unlock more spots for sponsorship. Okay, so with all that in mind, let's progress some time and try and get closer to Imola. Hopefully, we will be having a better car out than last time. Let's make sure we're also getting our training program done to improve Colin Chapman, our character we're playing that owns the team. And we're just going to quickly whack on all of these, making sure that, the departments are doing stuff and not having any days off, because we have a long way to go to reach those front-running teams. Okay, and then we're also going to get the powertrain going. Perfect. Just try and get everything that we can. Honestly, all the development we need as much as possible. Hopefully, it's not going to hit us with the failure chance, but at this stage with this team, it's a risk that we are willing to take. Let's see here. Sponsor, resource points, resource. Honestly, I just want the drivers to just be improving. I think that's our biggest thing. When we're not driving as the drivers, we need their AI to be performing the best. And then honestly, we'll just take the advantage of some of these resource points here, even though we are stacking resource points at the moment. Okay, and then the same thing. Reduce the running cost. We'd love to see it. Resource points, love to see it. Yep. We just want to keep improving the team as best we can. But actually, we want to do the title. We want to try and get more sponsorship as best as we can. Okay, that is all looking good. So let's progress some time here. Okay, and then there we go. That should be the thing that we needed. Oh, and we're getting pulled into a meeting as well. Let's check it out. Okay, An environmental lobby has invited us to sponsor a tree planting initiative. While there's a cost involved, this could enhance our public image and demonstrate our commitment to sustainability. Obviously, we're going to participate. I feel like we want to make sure that we're getting and improving the team's image as much as possible.
Hey,
and it
Ross,
looks like we're going to be pulled into an early meeting with Dennis.
And
So let's chat and see what he's thinking. Obviously, he's got some ideas for the future and where he sees this team and his drive with this team could go. Okay, so we've had a meeting with him. The team have made excellent progress with him. I mean, obviously, he has scored points with us already, although been a little bit in a slump since Australia because we haven't been racing as him. At the moment, everything looks pretty good. 64% of chance of signing. Hopefully, with the car improving, we'll be able to push that up a little bit more. So all that looks good for an initial first little conversation, bringing him in, and see if we can hopefully keep progressing along with him.
well. We've got a bit more into the weeds of discussion.
Exactly. Okay, and then we obviously did get that facility upgrade, so we want to make sure going right in on another facility upgrade. So now we should be able to develop 2 facility items at once. So this is going to be important to make sure we get this absolutely correct. Okay, so let's see. So the development for durability, not really important. Projects, unlock a new tier. Projects, we definitely want this one for the unlock the new tier of the powertrain. So we're going to bang that on. And then let's see. We also allow to project a new tier. Where's the chassis one? We need, I might have missed it. We need the chassis components to come. Huh. Maybe two. Okay, maybe we don't have that in this one just yet, unless I'm missing it. So okay, then it looks like we'll then do the aero then. Breakthrough, unlock a new tier of the aero upgrades. Not sure then where the chassis is. Maybe it's in a later one. Obviously, that tire wear is pretty crucial, so it makes sense that they might put that in a different phase. Okay, and then let's see what we also want our personnel to do as well. Increase pick, not been an issue. Increase morale of all engineer departments each time you complete a facility upgrade. That could be pretty big. Allows you to build 2 facilities in your personnel. Okay, again, I feel like that one's going to be pretty crucial as well. We just want to make sure our facilities are progressing as quickly as we're needing for our performance. So I think that one will be a perfect one to throw on. And we're still waiting on the 18 days of this. Perfect. So we've got stuff coming along very nicely. And then let's see. So we're still waiting on this one. Obviously, we don't have the available slot at the moment. So that will definitely be something that we want to start being able to upgrade to at the same time. And we do have the chassis upgrade as well. And there is the tire wear upgrades that we so crucially need. Hopefully, we can get those on in time before Imola. And then obviously nothing we can do with the powertrain until that comes through. And then we've got 1 day down on the ICE to be able to do that. So everything's looking pretty solid. Development, again, nothing's really changed from the last time we checked this. So we should be good to progress just that little bit more. Okay, so let's see. Get the ICE, perfect. We got a nice amount of time between stuff here.
Let's get that in motion.
Chassis breakthrough, yep, exactly what we wanted. Perfect. We're going to go over here to research. Let's see. I think we said, oh, it was the durability, wasn't it? Yep, perfect. Okay, and then we're going to go and get on. Like NG UK is pretty needed for just the durability that we are stacking resource points right now. We have so much resource points, we can't physically use them all at the moment. Okay, and then we're going to progress some more. Perfect, we got those developed. Oh, we had a development fail though, not ideal. We definitely want them to make sure they're going onto the car as much as possible. Now, we did say we were going to allow the best driver to have the best parts. Obviously, because Fashawn had that DNF, because of me, we're going to be giving all of these to Hugo because we want the AI to be performing when we can't be performing, like in Saudi. Okay, we're going to put that on the vehicle. Perfect. Hopefully that will come through soon. Oh, both of them failed. Okay, that's not ideal. Hopefully the department isn't going to have their morale hit because of that, but we shall see. Let's see. Powertrain, that's coming along nicely. And then obviously we then want to finish off the gearbox for both cars before we move on to the next durability of the vehicle. Okay, all of that is looking pretty fine. I feel pretty good going into it. Let's see if we can keep some more good stuff coming on the vehicle. Okay, beam has been researched on the aero department. So this is where we're going to start really ramping up where the performance of the car is. I think this is what we've been missing a lot in previous episodes of the series. Is just we've had so many races close together. We're pretty much showing up to each of them in the same car. Okay, let's get the beam on. Perfect, get that going. All of this is looking fine. Okay, excellent. So we can then progress that as well a little bit more. Running costs. Let's see, can we get this?
Positive outcome on this one.
Oh, hopefully then us supporting the planting of the trees fan rating has gone up. Excellent. Keeping the team coming along nicely for 50k. Not an issue. We've got 6.7 million in the bank. And now Richard Vachon also wants to update us on what he sees his vision as for Lotus in the upcoming years. Let's take a look and see what he's saying. Okay, so similar percentage chance for as Dennis Hugar. If I remember correctly, salary the same, and it looks like their expectations of the team is relatively similar. So honestly, that's fine. Still early days of talking, so not really stressed about that. And hopefully, maybe we can impress another driver that might, tip the balance for us a little bit.
Great news.
I got some more development on this car. Hopefully, we're going to show up to Imola is going to be a bit more of a competitive vehicle here. Okay, that all looks good. I don't think there's any. We're still waiting on the chassis upgrades we have coming, which is those tire blankets, but that will be in 3 days. So hopefully, the chassis department can get it together and get those on, especially for Imola. Oh, but there's another failed development. Honestly, it's going to be so hit or miss. We're such a new early team starting from nothing. It's not going to go right all the time. So hopefully, even though it's costing a little bit extra, it's hopefully going to be good practice for when we're actually one day in a, constructors title battle. Okay, and yes, we got that on, so we need to get that on for the chassis ASAP. Hopefully this is going to come in before Imola, but let's take a look and see. Just about, hopefully no failures. I need them to come through. Everything's boosted on morale-wise, so it's really down to them to hopefully come through for me. Oh, we had another development too. That's the durability. Perfect, so we can get that going as well. Also in time for Imola. There will be a pretty quick turnaround from Imola to Monaco, so we kind of need to be a little bit on the ball about that. So we got that chassis. Honestly, big tire wear. Tire wear is a massive, massive situation for us right now. So although we have other things we could be developing, I want to mainly focus tire wear just so that it's not going to be an issue for us, or at least a more manageable issue for us down the road. Okay, let's see. Base income, perfect. All of that looking nice. Another failure from the apartment. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's see. Can we make sure it's getting on in time? Should be on time. Should be close, but should be on in time. So probably there's going to be one of our drivers is going to be missing out on a part, which is a little unfortunate, but is what it is. Powertrain again, we're kind of stagnant there at the moment, unfortunately, but hopefully that should come along a little bit nicely somewhere soon. Okay, and we got those engineering, so that means we've now unlocked that next tier of the powertrain. We've also got a management upgrade for ourselves as well, so we should have the first tier of everything. So it's kind of whatever direction we want to go in now. Again, I feel like receive resource points, impact the mile. Okay, I mean, that one could be tempting. I feel like resource points, like we said, we're pretty much stacking on the resource points increase. That could be quite helpful, especially with trying to get Lewis Hamilton communication style. Backdrop for success. Okay, interesting. Word of mouth, increase the hiring. Ooh, that could also be helpful with just upgrading the team, increase loyalty, more money. I'm thinking I'm going to go for this one just because we do want to make sure that, we get these talks going and we're not going to be left in the lurch with, no driver or having to settle for a driver down the road. So let's go to activities. We should be able to. It's 3 days. Honestly, I feel like we can sit on that one and wait till afterwards. Actually, I don't want to really decrease their morale, so we can do that, and then that's fine. We've got all that sorted then. Okay, perfect. So we will have that going on, Mr. Colin Chapman. Hopefully that will help, and then we need to make sure we're upgrading these facilities. Perfect. Aero and powertrain. So we've now got more developments in either one, and it might be that our facility is going into the second phase. Phase 2 unlocked. That is That's big. That is huge for us in trying to close down that gap to those midfield cars. We are now closing quite rapidly, and honestly, this is what we needed. So I think the biggest thing we want to do now is try and maybe see if we can make sure we have enough development slots, as well as making sure we're researching stuff at the same time. Okay, that's fine. We don't need the XP for ourselves, really. Receive arrow. Research. I'll actually research 2 projects at the same time. That could be good. I just want to see what these phase 2 upgrades are also. New tier of aerodynamics that could be down the road. Allows you to upgrade 3 upgrades at the same time. I assume that would probably mean 2 if we bought that right now, because we'd have to get the first one. Develop 3. I'm tempted by the develop 3, but I think... I'm wondering if there's a chassis. I'm thinking we're going to go this one for develop, but then I'm thinking we're going to go back here and we're just going to do the research 2 projects at the same time in the chassis. That way, kind of focusing the chassis, focusing on that tire wear, which is the whole name of the game and what we're trying to achieve at the moment. Okay, so we've got that coming on the vehicle. That's coming on the vehicle, hopefully. Now we can do these upgrades for the engine. And honestly, we need just raw power. We need raw power. It will come after Imola and Monaco, but it should be in time for Spain, which will be an important track to have power, especially with that long straight down the start finish. Okay, all of that's looking good. Let's keep it going. Research done. Oh, we got a new thing from messages. What were people saying? Error, breakthrough, powertrain, breakthrough. Thank you, we know. Team's a little bit slow with the emails. Might need to upgrade the technology. Okay, drag reduction, error. Honestly, yeah, let's get some drag reduction. In time for Monaco, maybe not. In time for Spain. What's this last one saying? When will this one be ready? Time for Spain also. Yeah, maybe drag reduction then, just because then maybe we can then get it on for the race in Spain that we'll be having. Okay, so that's still upgrading. A little bit of an upgrade fest here to start, but I think we can all agree, if you've seen any of the previous, this car needs to be upgraded badly. That is where we are massively lacking. Oh, engineering facility want to have a chat with me. Hopefully everything's good. Perfect. The expansion is complete, and we'll take, 100 resource points. We'll take it. It's not anything to really massively sing home about, but we'll take any little bit we can get at the moment. Okay, so that's all developing nicely. Okay. Hopefully we're going to be going into this Imola race with a weapon of a vehicle. Okay, looks like we got something else going on here with the marketing. Corporate, that should be the outreach for sponsorships. So that would be pretty key for us. And we've unlocked phase 2 of that. This is starting off really well. All the groundwork we've made in the first few races is coming to fruition at the moment. Let's see. Increase amount of owner XP. Yeah, I think we want to increase. It's probably outreach again, I'd say. I don't think we need. Money's not really an issue for us at the moment, unless we're going to get caught out down the road. So I want to keep getting these sponsorships, because I'm hoping these sponsorships are going to come through, and it should naturally be paying off for us anyways, having sponsorships on the vehicle. So perfectly fine with that. Tire bunkers.
Like a part we were developing has failed.
We had a failure, not ideal. We'll have to see here. Research is looking fine. Chassis is looking fine. Well, it must have been then it always is the durability. So now it looks like we are, okay, no, we still got that durability to do. Perfect. We'll get that going as well. Okay. Yeah, I kind of rate durability kind of low down. I feel like there's nothing wrong with kind of taking an engine for a weekend, starting from the back. It'll be interesting juggling. Oh, that is not ideal. And that's going to be now after Imola. That's a shame. We were kind of really banking on that. All right, well, we're going to have a similar tire issue in Imola, which is going to be what it's going to be, unfortunately. Yeah, I kind of don't really rate durability super high, just mainly because, I don't see anything wrong. And oh my gosh, Hugo now has supposedly a better vehicle than the Lotus. That's it's not updated properly, but at least on the assigned upgrades, we can see that there's been a step up. We are now the 10th 10th fastest team, which at least for Hugo's car, which is massive, massive going into this, especially if he's going to be the AI driving for him today. Okay, development complete. Let's get another development going. So much developing this start of this episode. I do apologize. Probably could have done this a little bit off, but if anyone's interested and hasn't seen it before, or at least wants to like do a watch back of like where and what I was kind of focusing on in between races. Kind of like we said, we're just going to give Hugo because we are racing as Vachon in this race because of the incident we caused last time. Okay, and it looks like we've got that going. Research. What was that for? That was going to be for the chassis. So we got a lot. Honestly, tire wear. It's going to come for the Canadian Grand Prix, and honestly, hopefully, with that much time, we should be having tires that are pretty good for such a technical track at that Canadian Grand Prix.
Boss, we've hit a major milestone.
Major milestone. Perfect. And again, we got money coming to us. Excellent. Everything we like to hear. Okay. And now we've just got one last thing to do. Development. We got those beams. So we're then going to also throw on that to get developed also onto the vehicle. Perfect. And I think upgrades are fine. Yep. Everything's looking good. So I think that should be perfect. Let me quickly make sure as well, before we jump into this, that the components for the AI, I don't want to have any issues. 57. Yeah, he's been pretty mean on that gearbox. I mean, on that ICE. Yeah, maybe we start him off on a fresh. Again, 16% is fine. Yeah, I guess we're going to go fresh. He's burning through it when it's not us. I'm going to leave it as that one for now. He might be a little bit down on ERS, but honestly, Imola, not really an overtaking track. And like we said, if you've got 3 gearboxes, you know, one for each race, why not use it? Honestly, we're just going to drive this engine into the ground. Hopefully it doesn't blow up on us. It will probably definitely be noticeable with our timing. So hopefully we'll have some decent improvements going out of practice. But with all that in mind, I think we should be set and go into this Imola Grand Prix. Hopefully we'll have a better turnaround. Looks like both drivers is upgraded as well, upgraded up to 66 from 65 now, which is quite nice. So hopefully we can keep that going. Okay, let's get into it then. Expectations for us is going to be pretty high, just mainly because we've now had so many upgrades come onto the car. It's a wet qualifying though. That's going to be something. But upgraded, everything looks good. Wet qualifying the whole way through. Hopefully there'll be an instance for dry. A little bit of an update with the driver standings from last time. Yuki's still leading. It's a very close fight, and it looks like we've not had the same driver win 2 races this season. Each race has been won by someone different. Maybe money's on Leclerc or George for this race. You know, maybe your money's on Vachon. I mean, who knows? Anything could happen at Imola. So let's get it started.
Hello and welcome to Imola, the home of Ferrari.
Ferrari are going to be hopeful. If ever it was a time for a different winner of this race, Leclerc's going to be hopeful whenever a Ferrari's in Italy, especially with Hamilton winning that last one. There's got to be some pressure in that team. Maybe it's an opportunity for us to swoop in. And look at that, we do have an Imola setup. Perfect. We'd love to see it. Let's see. We're going to start off with, let's go with the tire management, and we'll obviously go hard. I will try not to crash, sir. I will try not to crash. We're going to do our best. Upgraded car now. Upgraded car. So there's not too many close walls, and we've got a lot of upgrades at the beginning of this episode. So hopefully he's going to be feeling pretty good. The Banana Mobile, the Lotus. How are we feeling right now? Okay. Yeah, definitely feeling lighter. Obviously, we are on a worn practice engine, so we aren't going to be the quickest by any means, but we'll see. Also, as always, I know I didn't show it, but we are running on 101 AI difficulty, in case anyone is wondering. And also we are using a controller just because I already do stuff with the wheel, and at least with where we're at the moment, it's quite a lot of wheel racing that I'd have to be concentrating on, whereas it's just meant for like a little bit more of a relaxing, little bit more fun, allow me to like speak and, you know, kind of commentate as I'm kind of my thought process as I'm going, instead of just being dead silent racing with my wheel. Okay, so let's see how we go here. Interesting fact as well, I do have a league race with my wheel at some point later today on this exact track, so it's going to be nice as a little bit of a warm-up for myself, getting to grips with this a little bit earlier than other people, especially though it is on a controller, so more just noting where the brake zones are and where the corner, at least the game's telling me that I should be braking. Okay, first lap, as we kind of expected. Engine's going to be a bit difficult. First in the speed trap, but as we see, there's only one other car out there. Let's just get this lap on the board. Imola, pretty quick lap times. Nothing too crazy compared to like last time out. I would take that. Faster than Borletter, and that makes sense because, like we said on that graph, we are meant to be better than that kick now. So hopefully, if we see Hulkenberg, it's a little bit more of an easier situation to navigate. Car's feeling decent. I've got to be gentler on these tyres. We might need to, especially because we weren't able to get any kind of tyre wear upgrades on, unfortunately. There's a lot of slow and hard braking corners around this track. Hopefully we can keep it all together there. And yeah, we're just going to go through, do the practice programs one at a time. If we don't complete everything, that's why we have the quick sim for, because at the end of the day we want to get into the action as quickly as possible. Imola for me is an interesting track. I would say that, like, I have hit or miss races here. A wet Imola is definitely a long day, but an Imola where, you know, it's quite nice, quite dry. It can be fun, really just dependent on the AI. I'd say overtaking is quite difficult. It's only really, in my opinion, feasible on this start-finish straight. 2 back-to-back purple laps though. The engine is not very happy with me. It will probably be the last practice session some of these components are used for, especially once they hit that 80% mark, which is very possible. Hopefully it's not going to blow up on us in practice, although it should be fine. Oh, that's deep. That's not going to be helpful for the tyres. Yeah, I will say a little bit of weirdness in the rotation. It almost feels like the back end is trying to like swing round on me a little bit. I might be intrigued to check out what this setup is, just to confirm what I have saved here when we go back into the pits. Because yeah, just not a whole lot for us right now, although we're on a little bit of a run here. We know that the engine's going to be down, so we know we're going to be struggling against some of these programs. Another instance where I felt like the tyres just kind of swung away from us. Tyre wear is not too bad, especially on these hards. Alright, practice program 1, not exactly a success. Maybe, you know, Sean's vehicle's kind of still ironing out some kinks from that smack into the wall in Saudi.
We need to run it again.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. I'm aware. Okay, let's quickly just look at this setup. Let me just try and... I think this is correct. Yeah, I'm gonna rock with it. I have it saved. I'll probably iron it out a little bit later. It might just be a different feel because it's on controller, so we aren't gonna get too deep into it. Let's get some times on the board from the others, just so that we kind of, obviously with the worn engine, not expecting to be lighting up the times in this practice, but just more of a representation. Okay, that's perfect. Got a couple laps there. Let's go right back out there. See what we can do. And back into it we go. Obviously, as always, we're just going to be doing the first couple laps, full tilt, just trying to see where the car's at. Coming down the order a little bit, but like we said, as expected, because we're going to have less power output. Yeah, as you see, even on the straights, time just like going down on us, but it's because we don't have the same amount of oomph we normally do. There are definitely parts that are going to be retired. And honestly, a little bit alarming. I maybe need to revisit the whole durability situation. I don't really want my drivers to having to be taking too many parts and starting from the back of the grid super often. It's obviously not going to be very helpful for us, especially if it's just the AI doing it and not ourselves. Yeah, way off the pace right now. I don't think too much of a concern, because like we said, we're aware of it, but a concern nevertheless. It is making me tempted to go see if there's a specific setup just for controller, but I feel like we've used all the wheel setups beforehand. Why change it up? Sixth in the speed trap's not terrible. Yeah, we're not going to get this first one. Alright, let's see if we can get the second one though. We've got purple in that third sector. We're second as well on the timing, so we might just have a very difficult delta we're put up against compared to whatever the AI has. That's pretty nice through there though. We're running onto traffic though. I feel like all the previous episodes I said we've avoided traffic pretty well in practices, and now all of a sudden here we are. Let's drop it down into medium. We're killing that battery right now. A little bit of grass didn't help, with a little bit of a slide there, and we're now down on time, I can see. Let's see if we can ace these next couple corners and get it back onto the green side of things. Yeah, wow, that down that hill is not friendly to me right now. Not really sure what the line is, if it's the line or if it's the engine or whatever it is. Oh, wide there as well. Not ideal in the slightest. I feel like Imola's an okay track for me. It's not ever really been one that I've dreaded doing. So could be the AI or quick here, could be, like I said, the engine. We're going to be trying to figure it out as we go, but we are really struggling right now. This is the first time proper practice programs, but the engine is damaged. We're up to 75%. We could have a blow up on us if the engine's really struggling like this, if it hits 80%. I mean that's the crazy bit as well. We're still top three, but can't seem to complete a practice program. I don't know, maybe the team has very high expectations for us where we can't necessarily match it. A little bit of a over rotation there. I'm putting it down to the engine right now. It's not feeling. It's kind of difficult to explain. Just doesn't feel like it's like very punchy. And it's kind of messing with my turning and braking. That was, again, the car just rotating a little bit too much. Had to do a quick correct. Yikes, we might not even do a single one of these. There's a very good chance of that. And car is just not there. Science tops the times as well. Williams are kind of our rivals right now, so them having a good weekend would not bode well for us. Be interesting to compare where our teammates at with obviously his better vehicle, and he's got brand new components as well. I've not seen him yet on the timing sheets, but surely if he's out here doing these similar programs, he would have a similar concerns to me. Yeah, just power up the hill was just lacking, and then A little bit of a weirdness into there. That's way too early for turning in. Just trying to be aggressive with it. Kind of held on decently there. Got a good little run there. Need to ace this back and forth. Again, rotation. It's the back end. Might need to try and tighten out. Maybe it's a little bit loose. Tighten that end up. Yeah, again, like just can't. It's definitely an oversteer factor. Alright, well, last lap. Let's try and give it everything. Yeah, best is a while. We've got traffic. Got to try and navigate this now with Ocon. Ah, this might be just a throwaway lap anyways. What are you doing? Sound the racing line, you donkey. Ah. Come on now. That's a little bit better. Oh, we're down by a lot though. I've just seen more than half a second. I don't want to blame Vachon because we're handling him, but maybe there's some lingering stuff going on with the car post the crash of Saudi. I mean, excuses are excuses, but nevertheless. Let's see. A little bit of hesitation there from me, but we're gaining back that time pretty well. Okay, it's going to be another one where we're just not going to get it done. Oh, that's a major little power slide there. Yeah, that's going to be it's going to be over. We're going to need to quick sim that. We might have a lot of stuff we're going to having to be quick simming today. While I'm quick simming, I might just be taking a look at some setups alone. I don't know if it's better to do this setup and like, you know, have the knowledge of it. At least I can kind of expect it's going to spin versus, you know, trying to do some racing and qualifying and something that we don't know. Yeah, the team are concerned as well. We're up to 76, so they're concerned about the wear of it. Teammate with brand new stuff and a better vehicle is down on us. We match each other in Sector 1, which is interesting because that's power output realistically with that start finish. Sector 2, 27.6. 27.3, so I'm faster than him in Sector 2, which makes sense. It's a little bit more corners. 27.6, what did we do there? 26.6, wow, so a second faster in Sector 3, yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine how he's completing any practice programs than if him in the better and fresher car. Progressed some time though also. Maybe he wasn't going full tilt, maybe he's still warming up to it. Let's see, can we get this down maybe to 20 minutes just beforehand? Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. We can do it there. Okay, and then we're going to go ERS on the soft tires. Yeah, strategy will be interesting today as well. I think potentially our two-stop could have been good in Saudi. I don't think we properly know. I know that considering we don't have any tire wear properly on the vehicle, I'm kind of thinking maybe C for two-stop, but obviously it's going to depend on what AI are starting on also, and also where we're positioned. Got our teammate behind us. Hopefully we're not going to cause him to get, you know, messed up or anything. He's in last place though. Maybe this track just isn't suiting our car as well. Could also be a factor. Yeah, this long straight we just lose a lot of time. On the softs though, so hopefully a little bit quicker now. Teammate's still behind us in that rear view mirror. Take it clean sector. We're meant to be saving ERS and we're having to burn just to try and go even right now. Yeah, this might not be ideal. We might be failing all practice programs today. Not the start we were hoping for after that Saudi, but we've got to keep pushing on. We're looking good on time, barely, but We are not saving any electrical power. Yeah, okay, well, we're going to drop it into medium then, see what we can do on this next lap. Hopefully we can be quick enough. So if I am going quiet, just like, honestly, just like running through in my head what the situation is. Do I want to try a different setup? Do I want to, you know, there's a lot of options here for us to do in these practices, or, you know, the vehicle is worn at the end of the day. You know, like, teammate is bang on us at the moment. He's up to 14th as well. He's doing very well. I need to get out of his way, theoretically. I'm doing a massive hold up, so at least he's done a decent jump, showing that, you know, with fresher components he can be good. Hopefully he's going to take that. Perfect. And maybe we can get a little bit of, although it's dirty air, a little bit of a slipstream if he gets further away from us. That's very promising from Hugo's AI. Up into P14, that's probably the best that we've seen him in a practice session. Obviously, we'll see if he can convert it into the qualifying, but at the moment, promising signs from him. See, doing really well on ERS, or I say really well, green on ERS, saving right now on the graph, but down 1.5 seconds. I mean, he did let Vachon through, but still got looks like a Red Bull of some kind behind us as well, so hopefully they're not going to be on us too crazy. And now dealing with Vachon's a little bit of his dirty air. Just messing up where I'm trying to turn in at. Okay, here we go. Last run of that. Hopefully we can at least get one solid lap where we don't fail a target time or fail the saving. Go on medium. A little bit of curb there, which is slowing us down. A little bit of grass on the right side. Just got to keep that composure. Or find that composure, I should say. Trying again, best we can. Green. Definitely maybe our teammates slipstream might be helping us a little bit. We're up, but we're not doing great on the saving of the ERS. We need to get more somehow. Maybe throw it into none here. Up the hill. Can we get it green before we go back to medium? Barely, we can't, but we're now down on time. We're in green, but we're down on time. There's such a yo-yo fight to try and get it. We're just bleeding too much time now. Maybe our teammate's toe to the line could help us. Although we're now red on the thing as well now. It's just not ideal, not ideal. Definitely a practice session to forget.
I'm afraid we need to run it again.
Practice session to forget, but hopefully it'll be all okay for when we get to qualifying. It felt pretty decent. A little bit too much of spins. Yeah, I know it is. You boo, but we have a notification, and it is, you know, we're up to 78% on the internal combustion engine and 78% on the MGUH. So there is grounds for it could blow up, and they could, after I quick sim the other ones, they could blow up. It will be interesting to see if it will allow us to quick sim and be successful if I have to put on a different engine for that last practice session.
What an incredible practice session that was. But the fun doesn't stop
Even
here,
with the
though.
upgrades,
Join
though.
us again as the
Yeah,
rest
I
of
mean,
the
we're down
weekend
massively.
unfolds.
That's not been a typical result for us, and I would say honestly that's down to the engine. I'm feeling pretty definitive that's down to the engine, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up a little bit in qualifying. Still waiting to try and get it to our first Q3 performance, so a lot to play for still. All right, let's see if maybe if we quick sim some of these, if we can be lucky, see if we can get some done, because yeah, we are lacking. It says it's 100% guaranteed. We take it. 70% guaranteed. Okay, yeah, we're just cruising through these. Honestly, we just want the resource points right now in these sessions. Yep. And then should be good also. Nope, we had a failure there. Sim some more time. Thankfully, because we are doing these 50% races, we have the full hour for these practice programs, so pretty much guaranteed to get 5 out of 5 every time. Must remember, though, to change the engine before going into qualifying, because one thing we know for certain is we were slow. And I don't think that's fully down to the setup. I'm hoping it's not fully down to the setup. But it will be a wet qualifying anyway, so we will probably be a little bit all over the place today, unfortunately, guys. Yep, 82%, 81%. These parts are retired. They will not be used. They are going to go to the scrapyard after this. Because they are a danger to themselves. But we need them for the practice at least. Yep, perfect. And we'll just see if we can get any of these discounts on. No, that was a little bit of a struggle. Can we get this one on now? 70%. No, doesn't want to give it to us. Try third time's the charm. No, okay, we're going to skip it. Maybe try it for the 50%. There we go, but we could get that one. Okay, we take it, we take it. Now I guess on to the qualifying. This is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be our first proper wet qualifying. So normally have okay speed in the wet. AI normally have a pretty massive jump. So back is going to be definitely to the wall, especially with it being Imola and a difficult track to overtake. But we're here and we're going to be trying to make sure we have no damage this race. We have been a damage magnet, unfortunately, and it's been very dictating of our races so far this season. Okay, so let's make sure we change this. 85%, that is horrific. 50%, honestly, we're going to be fully onto the second tier, I think, of most of these items. 44 energy saw, I'm going to maybe consider keeping that. Turbo, though, we'll go on to the second one. 23%, we can keep that one. And like we said, we can use the 4 on the gearbox. We're not too concerned. We want to have options for him further down the road. Okay, all of that looks pretty good. So without further ado, let's see how wet Imola's going to be for qualifying. The answer is very.
To Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ.
The answer is very.
They know a thing or two about pace.
Also, on a real, imagine playing that soccer field. That soccer field track while cars are racing around. That's got to be a surreal experience. Yep, tears for the rain. Tears for the rain.
With conditions as they are,
Full wet, so hopefully it's gonna go. Hopefully it's gonna go down to dries to inters at some point, because full wets is a bit concerning. As always, four laps of fuel. Yeah, it would be awesome to play there, especially while the race is going on here in those vehicles. All right, let's see. Oh, it's looking real wet. Brakes don't sound happy, but we're thankfully going to have a fresh engine, so we shouldn't be down on power. We're off the practice engine. We're into the big boy engine now. It's going to take it nice and easy. Nothing too crazy. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is definitely a dry setup I'm running, so we're going to be risking a lot. The car's going to be a little bit more wobbly. Not as stable, but we want to make sure we have a... Unfortunately, in real life, you can have a wet setup and then a dry setup, but Parc Fermé means that you can't change the vehicle, and for whatever reason, at least from in the past game where I've experienced it, once you change the setup in the qualifying, that's what you have to have for the race, which is not as accurate in real life, so we're going to have to grin and bear this setup as best we can. A little bit wide there, nothing too bad. Oh gosh, yeah, the car definitely wants to go around that. Back end is a little bit more of a factor now, more than ever. We're going to definitely take advantage of these 2 laps. Just want to make sure we are setting times, if anything, at this point. The conditions are going to be changing all the way to the end of this Q1. It's not out of the question if we get knocked out in Q1 of taking an engine. We've already seen that it's going to be a factor for our team with durability, so I wouldn't be saying I'd normally recommend starting from the back of Imola, but it would definitely be from a spicy standpoint.
We've been pushed down to P22.
Yeah, I know we're last. Let's see. Yeah, brakes are okay. It's just constantly trying to catch the back of this vehicle, and getting the power down is definitely a little bit tricky. But I mean, as expected in the wet, let's see downhill braking though. Yeah, we had to take that really careful. There's a massive gravel trap at the end there. Okay, let's maybe try and use a little bit of overtake now. Push the car as much as we can. Okay, time-wise, we are up on our teammate, which honestly is at least a little bit thankful compared to where we were in practice. Hopefully he has a good race, but I was a little bit nervous. Even if maybe the setup was not that good for controller. Fighting the car everywhere right now, trying to see if we can get it back into the positive.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, we know, Jeff. Okay, we gained a huge amount of time there, almost half a second. This track is going to be evolving as each we go. I have no idea if this rain's going to be getting stronger or lighter either, so that's going to be something to monitor also. We have to be qualifying the whole time on wets. It's going to be difficult. Thankfully though, I'll take a wet qualifying over a wet race any day. Improving quite a lot on this last lap. Oh, a little bit of a difficulty there, just lost quite a lot.
Look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Okay, so maybe we have more wet to come. I'm gonna say it's looking like it's raining harder than when we started right now. And then we got traffic in front of us as well. We're gonna have to navigate Piastri, I swear. Get out of our way, lad. Get out of our way. Dirty air as well, not helpful, but we'll take it. We're going to improve it once more. Up to the line. Okay, we're into the top 10 at the moment. Let's go to the garage. See what's cooking.
Okay, recommend taking wet tyres in the current conditions.
Okay, we're going to fast forward some time here. Kind of just want to be aware on if anyone's going to take the risk and go into inters. Yeah, we're just going to do one more run here. We are down. Looks like it could be a Q1 exit for us. Teammates struggling as well. If that's the case, we know it's going to be a dry one, so we're going to probably risk taking the fresh wets, giving that one more effort. Let's see what we also want to make sure the fuel is as down as it can be, as light as possible. Our teammates out there right now dealing with the current conditions. It's just him. Everyone else is coming out. Everyone is still out on wet, so that's what we're going to do then also. Hopefully we've timed it correctly and we have enough time to get around. Looks like there is a dry line forming and it's not as wet as when we were previously out there, so hopefully there's going to be free time to gain. Fresh wet tyres as well.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
Oh my... Jesus Christ, Hulkenberg. The villain of the season so far, for sure. I need to get some space to him. I need some space to him. I don't want to get a blocking penalty. We're going to have to go for it. Hopefully that wasn't any blocking out for Alonso. Let's burn the engine now. Burn the power. Do not make a move on me right now, bro. We are in a qualifying lap. Do not overtake me. A little bit of rotation there, but we're up. I need Hulkenberg to jump out of the way. I'm dealing with his dirty air. We're gaining a ton of time. This is hopefully going to be guaranteed safety. What is Hulkenberg fucking doing? What a fucking donut. Thankfully didn't lose that much time, but there was definitely probably some more time to gain there. Oh, a little bit of a spin, not too bad. Just back end is struggling. They're going side by side behind me. What is Hulkenberg doing? If he doesn't get a blocking penalty, I don't know what is a blocking penalty. My God. Okay, it's fine. We're still in this though. Let's try and refocus, recompose. Let's not get too hot-headed at the AI. Gaining a ton of time. This could be good for us. This could mean safety. It looks like our teammate is probably out, unfortunately for him. Oh, really fighting the car through that. Had to go full reverse lock.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session.
We're going to gain probably 2 seconds. Jeff, we are 2 seconds. We are 2 turns away. Do not speak to me right now. Honestly, Jeff is going to be looking at the unemployment line if he keeps going up the way of this. Talking at the worst moments possible. Here we go up to the line. Probably could have been better, but we'll take it. Let's see where it puts us. P11, we just got through. Huge. Hopefully this rain's going to start to shift and we can get onto those inters. We definitely went all in with both fresh sets of wets, trying to guarantee it. Are there any surprises? Yuki all the way down there, but hopefully he's going to improve. Lawson, Hulkenberg. Honestly, I'm glad Hulkenberg's gone after that. That was atrocious. Was it mentioned by the race director anywhere? Any blocking? Outrageous. All right, well, we move on. Q2. Could this be maybe the time we get up into Q3? Would be our first ever and wet qualifying as well. That would be impressive. Into Q2 we go. It looks like it's kind of eased off.
With conditions, I'd suggest you...
Yeah, no, maybe not then. He's going to probably tell us to get on the wet, so that's what we're going to do. Well, once again, we'll do the 2 laps just to kind of get ourselves up to speed, up to track. Definitely a dry line forming. We got more traffic to navigate. The game's not putting us out exactly where we'd want to be, but it's fine. Oh, don't want to be in lean and don't want to have done that. That wasn't smart. Okay, let's go and throw it in standard, thank you. I think that was 53% front brake bias, hopefully. Either way, I'll probably be messing with it anyways. Alright, on we go. Just get the banker down. Got enough space for the traffic ahead. Okay, not too bad. Oh, almost lost it there. A lot of fighting the car in these conditions. This rain doesn't seem to be letting up either, which is not ideal. We know there's going to be time to gain all around again. As long as we're as close to the points as possible, that's all we care about. Hopefully we can get to Q3. It would be very nice, especially with all the upgrading we did at the beginning of the episode, at the beginning of the stream. Oh, a little bit wide there, and onto the gravel. Okay, more time will be gained there. Not too helpful for the tyres. Thankfully it's wet, they'll wash off quite decently. Oh gosh. Car is just feeling very unsettled right now, at least on this run. Tires are okay. Obviously we'd like them to be fresher, but that happens sometimes. Hopefully all the AI are going to have a little bit worn tires as well. 129s is what pole is. We're already way down on that, so let's hopefully see if we can get another good one here. A little bit off the pace for sure. We know we had a few errors though on that lap. See if we can dial it in. Okay, we're up a little bit. Can we keep going up? We know we had an error here last time, so let's keep it clean. That should be free time. Yep. Okay, half a second already.
Fuel remaining now.
A little bit off the brake early, and then a rotation that wasn't ideal. Wasn't necessarily smooth or natural. Burned the battery a little bit more. Yeah, brakes are just not happy either. A lot of screeching, but we're up. Up the hill we go. That's better. Not in the gravel either. A lot of free time there. A lot of free time. Holding it together. Oh, this is going to be a pretty good improvement. That being said, the track seems to be improving for everyone. Up into the 128s I just saw. I don't know if we're going to be there, but I think 129s is definitely our kind of ballpark at the moment. 128, 129, okay, 130 it will be. 131 even, okay. We're not far off the points though, we're not far off the points. It will come down to our final run. Hopefully the track will improve. Tempting to go onto the inters.
Recommend taking wet tyres in the current conditions.
I know. Tempting to go onto the inters, that's for sure. See as we gain some time here. Progress. Try and listen out for when the AI are going to go. Probably that now, yep. Well, was everyone on? Wets. Okay, everyone's on wets still, so we'll do that. Here we go. Try and get into Q3 for the first time. Hopefully not our last run in this qualifying.
We've been pushed down into P14.
Backs against the wall. Put up or shut up time. Start the lap as best we can. Plenty of time. No one in front of us either. No traffic to navigate. No annoying Hulkenberg. Burned the battery maybe a little bit too much there, but it should be fine. A little bit of corner cutting there, but car was rotating in a weird way. It's not good. Just, I think that first entry into turn one, but we'll see what we can do. We'll keep fighting. Yeah, I made a meal of that as well, down half a second. There still could be more time to find, hopefully. Maybe just push it a little bit too hard. Gaining some time back, try and use more of this ERS. Hopefully he can get us out of this tricky spot we've put ourselves in. Time's coming back to us. I think we're going to be out though based on that Sector 1 horrific performance. Oh, we're up though. Don't never say never. Navigating it still. I just couldn't get that turn in right. I think I caught the curb a little bit. Cost us. We know we had a little bit of a difficulty there. Not as good though. I think we're not going to improve. I think it's going to be P14. Still going to have to be waiting for that Q3 entrance. Oh, we're up though. Burn the battery all the way to the line. We probably went like dead even there. Game glitched a little bit at the end there. P14, we'll take it. We're definitely not going to take an engine or anything. Yeah, eager going into turn one for sure. My approach was wrong, and then I just feel like I was overcompensating, trying to recover it. But it's all right. Hopefully, we're just not going to be an idiot magnet this time around. Avoid as much contact as possible. Well, we'll see. We don't know. There's a Q3 that we're not in. Yuki did decent. He is the championship leader, but we'll have to wait and see for the official grid reveal to know exactly where he's qualified. It's going to be a beautiful sunny race. Let's get into it.
Well, today's venue has a full name that is
Jeez,
perhaps
that took a
lesser
while to
known than its
load.
informal one. So today we're at Imola, or to
Took
give it
way
its
longer than I
official
was
title,
expecting.
the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari, named after their legacy. A beautiful tribute at a beautiful circuit. It's time, everyone, for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch.
Yep. See what the order is going to be
Off the
saying.
back of a fantastic
Where did
qualifying
Yuki
session,
end up?
it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a
Oh,
fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position.
Max and Norris.
Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Tsunoda, Oscar
And Yuki not too
Piastri,
far behind.
and Antonelli, Albon, Gasly, Stroll, and Gabriel Bortoletto.
Yeah, that kick keeps
Hamilton,
performing quite well.
Russell, Richard Verschoor, and Sainz.
Oh, we gained a spot.
Ocon,
Someone might have taken a penalty. Yep, he had a penalty.
Liam Lawson, and Nico Hulkenberg. Hadja, Hauger,
Hauger.
and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. That's it.
God damn it, Dennis.
It's time to go race. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davis.
Last couple of races between Yuki and Max.
On the grid. They've got a
Oh, they're talking about us.
Engineering-wise, they look very settled. Commercially, they've been massively impressive as well.
Well, yeah, we have been.
You need to have that understanding.
It's the return. The return of
From a
Lotus.
financial point of view, that's what keeps your team pushing forward. But as a team principal, you also need to have, my belief, is a good understanding of
there he is, our arch nemesis of the season.
So techy, you need
Hulkenberg.
to be, in a way, a bit of an engineer yourself.
Cool. We appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look at the strategy. We said two-stop. Kind of makes sense. I'm very tempted to go onto the softs. Let me see what everyone else is running. Medium, medium. Soft from Carlos. Soft from. I don't think we need to. I think we're gonna play a little bit safe. We're gonna go for the medium. We're gonna hopefully avoid any contact. I'm gonna trust the team with this one. I don't think I'm gonna mix it up too much. We can keep those softs in our back pocket if we need anything. They fueled us quite a lot, so I'm gonna also trust. The only thing I might change is I'm tempted to maybe go hard and then finish on the medium. Maybe do something like that, because then it can maybe open up the option for a soft finish should we decide to. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll do it this way. We'll go hard for there, maybe see about an undercut there. Push that forward, and then maybe see about a soft to the end. Something like that, but for now, we'll keep it as a medium, and we'll do the 10 and 10. Oh yeah, maybe something like that, and then pull that back one. We'll see about that for now. Okay. Let's get on with it. 32 laps of Imola. Hopefully no damage. Let's cook. Lights are out very quickly there. See if we can make a move onto Russell. That Mercedes looking pretty quick. Already cut us off. Okay, we want to make sure we're braking early enough here. Yeah, Hamilton's not going to leave us any room there. Got George on our inside. A little bit of a tap there. Nothing too crazy. And we're good. Okay, we're going to settle nicely. Okay, that's really not a walk. Like, that's barely a tap, if anything. A little bit of chaos here with Bortoletto and Hamilton going side by side through those corners. Would not recommend. It's so difficult to overtake here. There's not really a great spot other than that start-finish straight, so we're going to have to choose our moments wisely. Going to be a little bit passive in this first stint. There's going to be a little bit of chaos. Don't want to have anything happen early doors that's going to dictate our race too soon. Totally on Russell. Yeah, well, hopefully the FIA can get involved with that one if they're going to give out a penalty or anything. Should hopefully be able to hold Sainz off. Williams are one of our rivals in the standings, so we want to make sure he does not get past us. A little bit of a... We're just trying to get used to now the track with it being dry. Falling back from Russell there. Got to make sure this car keeps progressing forward. Hopefully our teammate had a pretty solid start as well. Haven't been able to look on the mini-map properly at where he's situated. Looks like he's somewhere in the mixture of those guys in the back there. Yeah, the AI is so quick in a straight line. The engine's still very clearly not there. I'm about to get swarmed. We're going to keep trying to fight it. Left the space. Oh, okay, Ocon. Has to get his elbows out. Thankfully, no damage. Going to settle in. Hopefully not start falling too much down the order. Oh yeah, a little bit of a moment there. Gotta try and stick with him. think running in a hot lap just maybe sometimes doesn't give us the best benefit. I see he is on softs as well, so it's going to be difficult to keep pace with him. Hopefully those tyres will go off quicker though. Oh, over the curbs there. Got to be careful about the underfloor of the vehicle that can get damaged from time to time, especially the side pods. The car just doesn't quite feel there. We're going to have DRS though. Hopefully it can defend, but the jump that Alonso's getting is outrageous.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
You get up to speeds that I just can't even get up to, and we're now getting attacked by our nemesis, the villain of the season. Kind of shut the door quite aggressively on him there. Did not need to be falling through the order any more than I am. Car is just not where we need it to be. A little bit of a cut there, not going to be helpful for those front rights. And also becoming a lawnmower slightly as well with the left. Yeah, just the speed they have, I just can't match it right now with this vehicle. Thankfully no damage, but something with the car just isn't clicking right now. Maybe it's set up. That being said, we're kind of getting back on Alonso now, so hopefully we can start maybe trying to go forward. Maybe they are just burning a lot of their battery. Kind of creating a little bit of a gap to Hulkenberg. Maybe we can get him outside of a second. Playing around once again with very little battery. I'm kind of very used to dumping it all at the beginning and trying to see if we can make it back up later. Looks like he's outside of our DRS. Hopefully he doesn't get DRS. Alonso making a move now.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.8 seconds.
Down the straight as well, yeah, just like losing time down the straight. Oh, they've gone side by side. That kind of took my eye off of the apex there. Oh shit, something's happened behind us as well.
Green flag.
We're gonna have to watch that back later on lap 2. I don't know what happened there. Someone went off the. I'm surprised there's not a safety car, but it looks like they're still going. I don't know if that was caused by me or not. I know I missed my apex. Again, keep becoming a lawnmower by accident. Yeah, what lap 4? We need to know what happened lap 4 at the end of this race. As for now, we got to lock back in though. Whoever it was, it has to have been that they had contact with someone and just went off. I don't think they have any damage. And it looks like it's probably an RB, considering we know that both Red Bulls up ahead, so it's going to be either Hadjar or Lawson. Hopefully not Hadjar after he's already had that incident in China where he spun in the sprint. As for us though, just kind of inconsistent lap to lap right now.
Okay, gap ahead.
Hulkenberg coming to make a move. He just, whoa, Jesus. Thankfully not to get any damage there. We are falling majorly. Jesus again. Okay, so it was definitely Lawson then because Hadjar's there. I wasn't properly looking when we were speaking about that earlier, but my gosh. Both times lucky not to get any damage there. Yeah, rear tyres are getting absolutely cooked in this race. Especially that right side, but obviously there's a lot of left-handers, so once again getting grass on that left side by accident. But our teammate has an opportunity to get us. He does have a better car. We are going to be letting him through. Just don't feel very quick around here right now, unfortunately. It might be the difficulty, might be the lack of experience around here with the controller, but let's see if we can start going forward. Maybe try and see about an early undercut. Maybe try and see about going longer even, potentially, and making it a one-stop, but 5 laps and the tyres on 20% already. Not really feasible. Hopefully we can start pulling closer. Looks like there's a McLaren lead in this race at the moment, so it looks like Norris got Max kind of early.
We can change strategy if you want. Check your
Gonna let our teammate go. Don't want to cause him any issues. Yeah, take a moment to look at that once we're through these corners. Is that not the... Oh, it's just the different. They want me to go 2 sets of mediums. All right. They want me to go 2 sets of mediums. We'll go 2 sets of mediums early doors then. Tires degrading fast. Pit the same lap, just change the tires. That makes sense, but here we are. Would have made sense if they were trying to pull me in early. Maybe I'll think about doing it at lap 9 then. Yeah, up the hill we just don't seem to have the same pace that the AI do. Hopefully our teammate can start doing something though. He does have the better components. For whatever reason, one lap wise he's not fast, but race wise he is quicker than us at the moment. Charles is out of the race somehow. That's not going to bode well for Ferrari at one of their home races. This is a safety will go in, but I got a feeling he's parked off somewhere quite well. Yeah, that looks like just the mechanical.
Okay, clear.
I'm trying to stick with everyone here. Looks like fighting up ahead. Like right there, how are they getting this extra boost on us? Just don't have the pace. Maybe it's how high of our wings are. Maybe lower wings. Might be setup related, but we're hanging in there. Obviously with more aero and more wing clicks, it's going to mean that higher wings, higher aero, slower in a straight line. So we'll probably do quite well in these sectors here, but then on that start-finish straight where it is overtaking central, especially in our car, we just can't seem to go anywhere. At least us, our teammate doesn't seem to be having that kind of problem. Honestly, he's now the lead driver, so we're going to try and make sure we pit the opposite of whatever he does. Hopefully he's not trying to come in lap 10 like we are. I think expectations is just going to be have a solid finish here because we just do not seem to have pace, at least on these tyres at the moment. And that all the team's suggestion for us is just to get back on the same tyres. Or Hadra and me did a similar thing there. Hopefully our teammate can benefit. Having to use ERS or what we have left just to try and stop Duhan, but he's just too quick. Oh gosh, really early braking there from him though. I mean, is the car okay?
Systems all looking good.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's not the setup, I think. We're going to come back at him a little bit, try and defend our teammate. A little bit of a drag race up the hill. I'm there, bro. Thank you. Kind of lost DRS there, but at least it's keeping our teammates safe. We are going to play a little bit of a team game today. That being said, gained a lot of time back. Hopefully you can start dispatching these guys ahead of us quickly. Kind of need to start going forward. I will defend him as best as I can. Just going to sit behind, not make any moves. Maybe pit this next lap, kind of see what he's thinking. We're at 40% on the tyres. I feel like maybe we do go to 10 just because we still have a lot of laps to go. Again, just like that straight, I just got no acceleration. It's not like they're getting me in the corners. Oh, we had contact there. That was a little bit naughty from me. Thankfully, no damage on our end, and doesn't look like any on his. Ah, it just got me there. Alright, well, defended best as I could for him. Oh god, again, just like little spin there, what the heck. Saying that, there's a lot of guys as well, way behind us as well. I'm not sure where everything's stacking up. So yeah, it must have been Lawson that went off earlier, but looks like he's been able to recover quite well and leave some of those other guys behind. Oh, a little bit of a spin. I think everyone else behind is pitted. feel like we're just bleeding time at this point. We might want to try and come in. Yeah, that's just awful. They were going to box us lap.
We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
We're just losing too much time. See if we can start gaining on those guys in front. Hopefully we did enough for the teammate to at least survive against Duhan. Teammates in the pits, so we're going to stay out. That's annoying.
Push now, we're boxing this lap.
That is not ideal for our race strategy.
In the pits now.
Glad he got in though. He is the lead card, so he does get first priority. We said we were going to do the opposite to him. Just didn't want to get held up on our own race. Lawson though, who I assume crashed out earlier, has somehow been able to catch up to us though, which is not ideal. Just going backwards though.
You're running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, just lots of power there. Oh, this is definitely looking like it's going to be one of those races to forget, but we're going to still push on. Anything could happen. Safety car could bring us right back into this. 22 laps to go.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance.
Oh gosh.
Speed limit line as you approach.
Yeah, these tyres are not good. Almost at 70%. We're just driving around on some bricks at the moment. Just some bricks and losing positions. Oh my gosh. I don't know how Lawson's going for another one. We're coming in.
Okay,
that's a bad first stint. These mediums do not feel like very good race tyres. In we go, come on, good stop guys.
Okay, go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop.
We'll take it.
Faster than we were expecting.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be dead last. Unreal.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy.
It's not going well. Yeah, definitely being exposed a little bit here today, guys, for sure. Not really sure where the pace has gone from, other than it was a wet qualifying. Maybe could have made me realize the setup wasn't good and maybe risk starting from the back, trying to use something different.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road.
Yep. The true position in last place. That's a tough one. Tough one to swallow. Car's just not there. Well, safe to say we'll possibly be driving with Vachon in Monaco unless something crazy happens to Dennis here. Yeah, just got nothing in the tank, and even the guys ahead of us, we just don't seem to be gaining. It takes us so long to get out of gear 7, like we can't even get to the gear 7 by the time we enter the straight. Oh gosh, yeah, like that whole straight there we were flat out and we couldn't get to gear 7. I mean, couldn't get out of gear 7. I think we were running too high wings. Which is surprising because I don't feel like these corners are giving us a whole lot. If anything, car feels very unstable at times.
The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
We're just going to push through this race as best we can though. Almost at the halfway point. Looks like there's still a McLaren in the lead. Lando might be our first driver to win 2 races this season.
Come on, we need to get past.
I got nothing in the tank, bro. Like, how has he got me out of a second there? Yeah, I don't think I got DRS. I think I was a second out by the detection point. Yeah, like, I'm burning and I only just got to gear 8. Yeah, we got to find a better Imola setup for sure. This Imola setup is not it that I've been running here. At least it might be a little bit more on the wheel, but definitely not on the controller. Like, I'm just losing time to the guys on hards. It's another gutting one, unfortunately. See if we can get back in, though. Don't want to sound defeated too early, but just can't seem to be making inroads on these guys ahead of us. Still setting personal best, so there's always a hope. Oh, come on.
Gap to your teammate ahead.
Yeah, like right now I should be
3
accelerating, but I am stuck in gear 7. Like, it's just not... I'm not getting enough speed to be able to go up. That's a little bit of gravel there. Yeah, just slowly going away from Lawson. Oh gosh. We keep going. Hopefully Dennis is going to do well. Hopefully he's going to get points for us, and we did what we could to create that gap for him. He's obviously got first priority as well, so hopefully he's able to get stuff down. Just lacking today. Tires are already up there as well. And just falling backwards further and further. After such a good qualifying as well. Imagine our first race with no damage, and we're going to come dead last. Still a lot of laps to go, almost at the halfway point though. But yeah, at the moment our car is not happy. Sean might be on the chopping block after this. Pretty horrific race from us. I'd be interested to see the times later as well, just to see what the differences are. I know we're running a 101 AI, which is at least higher than what I would normally run previously on like a controller, so just might be one of those ones where we're just not quite there.
And gap to the car in front, 4.0 seconds.
Still we push. And we're doing 119s.
Alright, we're last of the running cars right now. Doohan's ahead of you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.9 seconds. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, 17 laps to go now.
Like he gave me no information there that I was looking for. I was looking for if there was going to be anywhere that I'm making mistakes or anything like that. Have to maybe go through some of the other menus and see.
Okay, that's Lawson ahead of you. And the time last lap, 1 minute 19.7. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got 1 more stop. You're losing around 1.6 seconds.
1.6 seconds a lap is insane. I don't quite understand how. Other than I just think I've just run the wrong setup. Setup just might be cooking me a little bit here. Guess I have to do some more research, try and see what feels better for our controller versus a steering wheel. Yes, it's unfortunate. We're just putting down laps at the moment. We've been left in the dust by the AI. But we want to keep it as legitimate as we can, so we said one-on-one AI. I don't want to be changing it race to race. And I don't know if it's necessarily level, if it's just, like I said, I might have just got the setup wrong for this one. Still we move, we're over the halfway point now. Safety car would definitely bring us back in this. Honestly, safety car, I would definitely go hard to the end right now. Just give it everything we have, defend every single position, because we know the natural pace just is not happening, even with those upgrades we brought into this race. Max with the fastest lap. It looks like it's just him and Lando in a league of their own right now. Yeah, just not going anywhere. Apparently the wet conditions gave me some false hope. So I'll try and get the battery up as much as possible to then be able to just only use the battery on the straights to get into gear 8. I kind of want it to be at 50%, but I also don't want to turn it off and completely accept fullback. But 7 seconds now to those guys in front is just crazy. Literally the whole race is now relying on a safety car, for us at least. Happy that the upgrades seem to be working for Dennis's car. I know that he kind of needed that a little bit, especially with our DNF. That last week I was kind of hoping it was going to go in his favour, but unfortunately it didn't. Trying to push as best as we can. Be interested to see the graph after this race too, just to see. Obviously we know we're ahead of Kick, but I'm wondering if it's like fully or if it's what the situation is. Because we know that Hugo is, but I don't know what Vachon's car situation is. We might still be dead last in this version because we couldn't get all the upgrades. Okay, people are pitting now.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
Sounds good for our final stop. Hopefully our teammate isn't coming in too, but we've got enough of a gap to him. Shouldn't be an issue really. A little bit of gravel there, not ideal. Or wobble as well.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 8.6 seconds.
Back end just has a little bit more rotation than what I was expecting. Need to get into that pit lane. Yeah, the back right is hooked as well.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
I just need a stronger engine. Just need a stronger engine or something. Alright, and we go for our last stop. This is, like we said, been a shocker. Our teammate soldiers on. Going to the hearts to the end now.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
Alright, now we go again. 12 laps to the end. Might be under pressure here from
Look after
getting
these tyres
overtaken by
now.
Max
We'll
and
finish the race
Lando.
in this compound.
Car's heavy as well. I don't know why they put so much fuel in my vehicle. I trusted the team and I feel like their strategy just hasn't really paid off for me today. Need to make sure I'm not going to get overtaken by the front runners here, otherwise, honestly, what's the point in racing? As soon as we are a lap down, we'll even be screwed for if there's a safety car. So I have to push quite hard now. Should be hopefully gaining time on anyone that hasn't pitted though. So if the AI do stay out, kind of could potentially bring us back into it, but looks like we have teammates in as well.
Dennis
Yeah,
is
we're
coming
just
to a stop.
not enough laps to pull back 7 seconds, unfortunately. A little bit of gravel there as well. A little bit too deep. Yeah, like they're leaving the pit lane now. I'm not even on the start-finish strip. Let's see, can we get up into gear 8 this time? Has to use a little bit of overtake. Just doesn't want to go. There we go, got it finally. Track is just not suited for our car. 7 seconds still the gap. We're pretty much in no man's land. Norris and Max seem to keep swapping side by side, so praying that maybe something happens there. It appears to be the closest fight at the moment. Again, just deep again. It's not going well, guys. We do not want your fake viewers, sir. As the man, the myth, the legend, Mix Bewitz would say. Come on. Gotta keep it going. Maybe you can get close enough here. Some people just went into the pit. Yeah, we just keep maxing at like 295 down here. I don't understand how. AI can clearly have that extra bit of oomph.
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
I know it's holding us back. Right there though, can we see if we can get the DRS of Lawson? Don't think it's likely. And I think he's gone. I think there's a very real possibility of getting lapped here. Gotta keep pushing. Oh, it's deep there as well. Just trying to do too much with the car now at this point. Mistakes leading to other mistakes. Still no damage though, which we do take regardless of the speed. But the banana is a slow banana today. And we can get up into gear 8 and then like the time just like goes down. Like how are we 290 full power right now? What's causing that to like not be able to accelerate anymore? Is it the wings? I think it has to be. Has to be the error.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.0 seconds.
All very big questions. Probably take a dive on Reddit at some point and see if they have any answers for me. But we're still out here in our own race. Can just about see Lawson ahead. Probably the most eventful moment was when we saw him going off the track. We had a few tangles early on, but nothing really solid. Hopefully our teammate that was up in the points, he's only a few positions ahead of us though, so That might be his max for today, but we'll see. Looks like he's trying to overtake an Aston Martin. Just trying to give some commentary while we have very lackluster visuals on our end. See, can we get up into gear 8 this time?
The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
I don't think the pace is strong. The pace is actually really weak. I have to be doing like 128s easily. 128s, 127s. For them to be this fast. Also looks like potentially Max and Norris have already pit, so they are probably going to catch me towards the latter stages of this race. Which, hey, if they do, at least we'll have a blue flag and be able to watch as the shenanigans goes down between them. Give us some form of entertainment while we're just doing time trial laps right now, basically. Thankful was not in the gravel that time around. Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, just kind of lost for words, to be honest. I feel like qualifying was pretty solid in the wet. I don't know what has changed. I don't know. Felt like I had okayish one lap performance, but maybe with those practices, maybe it was the kind of foreshadowing of what was to come. Yeah, like not getting able to get to 8th grade on that straight is crazy. 8th gear, sorry, is everything on those straights. So, I don't know. It's all about how quick you can get into that top speed.
Car in front, 5.2 seconds.
7 laps. Norris and Max are gaining pretty rapidly. They will probably lap us. Gonna fight for it not to be the case, but if we start getting blue flags, the last thing we want is a penalty. We don't want to influence any of the results here too much. There's also been such a back and forth between them, it would be interesting to see. Max just taking the lead over Norris. We're doing a lot of swapping. We're falling further and further back. Oh, there's a flag. Looks like Norris might have blown up. Blown up or got some kind of damage.
Green flag.
Yep, Norris is out. Too much fighting with Max. It's caused him to go boom. Would have been nice to have a safety car there, but I guess not. Shame now is that Max doesn't have anyone to fight, so he's just going to be on us pretty quickly. Can already start to see him in the distance. I'm hearing those ominous noises of the Max Verstappen music. Oh, he's coming. Wow, to get lapped. This is probably going to be the first time in a non-damage race that I've been lapped in a very long time. It's definitely humbling. Don't really know what more I could have done other than a different setup. Yeah, very crazy. Two DNFs, both from just mechanical issues. Yeah, there it is, pulled over to the side. Probably a loss of power. Something that we know very, very much about. Still we push.
Okay, gap ahead, 7.7 seconds.
5 laps to go. Can we hold Max up for 5 seconds, for 5 laps? On the one good thing, if he does lap us, we don't have to do the extra lap though. And he is gaining. It's a matter of time before we get these blue flags. Especially now with that gravel trip.
looks like we might have an issue. Hang in there, we're attempting to manage it.
Oh, we might have an issue as well, which is not ideal. Getting shown the blue flags now.
Blue flag.
Gonna need to allow him to get it when it's at the easiest space. Hopefully, I'm just gonna get him at the, give it to him in the start
Racing
finish.
car behind, let them pass when you can. I can confirm it's an issue with our engine, I'm afraid.
Oh, we have an engine issue. Maybe this has been one of the ghosts the whole way through this race. The gremlin. Maybe that's what we were lacking. We didn't realize we had it. I need to let Max through. Otherwise I'm going to risk getting DNF'd.
Okay, there's a fault with the DRS. You will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a
Well,
fix.
I'm not going to have it anyways. Let's let him go. Well, one lap less than we're going to have to do. Maybe try and stay with him, see if we can do some fast laps here. Yeah, just really gutting, especially after that Saudi race. I do apologise. And what we could do differently. If there is any ideas, feel free to let me know. I think biggest thing is just upgrade the car as best we can. I don't think there was really much we were doing to warrant it. Yeah, I know. It's just, this has not been our race. It's not been our race. Just don't have the pace, especially like we're fairly quick here. We stay with him quite decently here. It's when we get onto the start finish. The start finish straight, we just have no pace. And I think it's because of the way our setup is with the aero. Oof. Almost lost it there. We also have an issue. We don't have it DRS as well. Car's just not doing well. But we're going to be bringing it home in one piece. No damage. And that's really all we could ask for.
And gap to the car in front, 9.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's tough. Tough out here. Yeah, start finish just can't. If we get into 8th gear, it's almost like the car just like stops accelerating. I don't know if it's getting bogged down, I don't know if it's set up, I don't know if it's ride height. Oh, a little bit of gravel there. It's proving to be just a difficult car to drive with a controller. A little bit more difficult than what I was anticipating. She told me at the beginning of this that I would have got lapped at Imola, I wouldn't necessarily have believed. Especially after that qualifying, I was kind of hoping we were going to be going forward for points. Would have been ideal probably to take an engine here. And then have just anything else other than last would have just been a bonus. Oof. Like I said, hopefully Dennis is doing well. It looks like he's kind of in a fight somewhat. I think he's still a little bit ways off of the points. Still we move though. The tyres on that right side are getting pretty bad. You can see graining very visibly on the right front tyre. Oh my, we went into gear 8 barely there. Didn't even use any. No ERS whatsoever, and somehow we got up into that zone. It's very hit or miss. Maybe it could be my lines. My racing lines might not be up to scratch. Good news is that hopefully we will get these tyre wear on for Monaco. That'll be our next race. I'm okay at Monaco. It's definitely one of those ones you gotta have concentration at. But yeah, gut-wrenching. Gut-wrenching result. Not sure where the pace is for us. We're going to be going on to the final lap here. On a very forgettable Imola Grand Prix for us. Definitely going to be taking some time to do some research for next time we end up here. Because yeah, we just have not had the car at all this weekend. Had it briefly in qualifying. Maybe I need it to be a wet race. I might need to go and see as well if this was a wet setup. I thought it was dry, but I'll have to watch back the VOD and see. I'd be surprised if it was.
So gap to the car ahead, 12.8 seconds.
Oh my gosh, just nothing in the tank. Oh my gosh, and a little spin there. Pushing the car too much. Well, it looks like Max is going to win this race. I think it's going to be Oscar Piastri in second. I'm not sure who's in third. Looks like a Ferrari, so it looks like Lewis Hamilton. So I think we will officially have a new driver leading the Drivers' Championship. Max is going around the last corner now. There it is, Max has won it. We're going to be coming back home in last place. It's going to be another disappointing one. Damn.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
That's tough. Definitely forgettable. Ah. Esteban Ocon as well. Well done. Race started with so much potential, had a decent jump, but finished. Yeah, finished, no damage. That's tough.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
Lewis with that third.
It's time to bring out the bubbly and spray it around. It's our podium celebrations. And for those
Piastri up there as well.
the Dutch national anthem, fear not. It's back again because Max Verstappen.
But Sean definitely feeling jealous of his fellow countrymen. Yeah. Tough one. Tough one.
What an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next
Take a look and see. I mean, yeah. I just feel like there's just like a massive fall off for us. Race director. Yeah, Hadra had a collision with me apparently. I guess I put him off the track. Although that would have been, I need to look on what happened with that lap 4 incident with whoever went off the track. It's interesting looking at like lap times here. Yeah. I mean, it's a very obvious fall off, but not too horrifically. I guess AI have maybe consistency, just comparing to my teammate. Yeah, it's tough. Looks like teammate also did a 1-stop as well, which kind of did well. I think maybe that 2-stop really did kind of throw us even more further out with our lack of pace. 1-stop was probably the move. Oh no, he did 2 sets of hards. Okay, never mind. That probably would have been smart. I didn't bring 2 sets. It was only really the front guys that did a 1-stop. All right, so we said we wanted to see what happened. Lap 4. Yeah, it was just a good start. Really solid start. I mean, I guess not too punchy, but kind of held us spacing. Okay, so it's lap 2, lap 3, lap 4. So I think it was on this lap, someone behind. I think it was Lawson. Yeah, I think he got nervous about how I went into that corner, and then subsequently just found himself off the track. Wasn't pushed or anything. Yeah, pretty forgettable, boring Imola. That's probably the biggest moment apart from the DNFs. But yeah, happens sometimes. All right. Anyways, standings now: Lewis Hamilton and Yuki are tied. Wow, with Max just 3 points behind. What happened to the DNS? Just mechanical issues. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, just blown engines. Mechanical failure from Leclerc, mechanical from Norris, so probably racing too hard, or like with like what I was doing in practice, their percentage of their vehicle could have been, they could have been pushing it too far, or there I do have it set up where there are just random like faults, like I had a random fault with my vehicle towards the end there with the DRS, so could have been anything. Thankfully ours wasn't anything that took us out too much. But this is how the driver standings are looking, and then over to the constructors. Red Bull have a little bit more of a gap there because both McLaren and Ferrari lost the guys finishing, and Williams scored points and got more ahead of us. RB are back there, so we are properly in this fight with Kick Sauber, and maybe we can try and get Williams a little bit closer down the road. But yeah, gutting one. Hopefully I will be better in Monaco once we get to that at some point. Finances, yep. Apparently Hugo got into a little bit of damage, but we had no damage whatsoever, so brought all the money back for the team. Yeah, we're behind our rivals. And at least we're now up to fan rating number 2, so hopefully that means more sponsorships on the vehicle, which is only going to be good for upgrading it and whatnot. Yeah, gutting result, especially for the stream. But we move. It will be interesting once we get to Monaco. Hopefully, it won't be a one where I have an incident or anything like that. But we'll just have to wait and see for when we get to it. Quick turnaround as well, so not a whole lot we can do, and we'll deal with that once we get back. But yeah, thank you all for tuning on, and until next time.